Well, hey there. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to episode 2 of my spooky Castlevania Halloween Let's Play. Going to adjust the volume a little bit because that sounds loud. Should have taken care of that before the recording got started, but, you know, nobody's nerfect. So, yes, thank you. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. So today, I guess I should start with last time. We got through kind of the first little chunk of the game. Oh no. Cleared out a few levels. We defeated the Doppelganger, Slagra, and Gaibon. Oh yeah, we went down into the tunnels and killed Scylla. So now we are going to take that Jewel of Open that we recovered from the library, and we are going to go into the chapel and head off into the next chunk of the game. We will definitely get the double jump today, which, I'm gonna forget who wrote it, but somebody on US Gamer a couple of years back, I remember, wrote kind of an ode to the double jump and how it really breaks open these types of games, and that's like when everything gets really good. It sounds like my cats are raising mayhem over in the background there. But yeah, I agree with that. I think the double jump is kind of the perfect item in these games. It's when things start to get really interesting. Which is why I just can't stand that Mummy game. It doesn't have a double jump in it. No, actually, the Mummy... whoops. Well, I fell. The Mummy Remastered is a lot of fun. Just doesn't have a double jump in it. So if you're joining me for the first time, what are you doing? Go back and watch the first episode. You're going to miss a bunch of stuff. But as nope, I don't want holy water. Burns. Oh, who's this?
Alucard, wasn't it? We meet again.
So it seems.
As friendly as ever, I see. It's strange. This castle's different than I remember it.
This castle is a creature of chaos. With each rebirth, it takes a new form.
And here I thought my mind was playing tricks. Well, there's nothing for it. Till we meet again.
Thanks, Maria. That's very helpful. If any of you haven't, you should go back and play Rondo of Blood as well. It's fairly easy to get your hands on nowadays, in DLC form at least. But Maria is the... I'm not even going to really say secret. Everybody knows. Maria is the alternate playable character to Richter. And at that point, she's a little girl, and it's pretty funny seeing her... the way that she plays is very different from the Belmonts, and is pretty entertaining. Oops. Pro tip: don't get set on fire by those guys. It's bad. So actually, if you just kill the lower one on those, I'll show you. The upper head kind of rolls down at you. You can kill the upper head at that point too, but it's a little more difficult. These corner guards. And this one's got a giant spike ball here. I actually did one time. I jumped over that guy, and I just sat there hacking away at that spiked ball. You can actually kill it. It just takes forever, and you get nothing for it. So, oh, it's my buddy. I forgot this guy. The sword thing. This enemy is very irritating. Especially with the ow. Especially with the fist. Damn you, sword. There we go. Alright. Although, oh, that was stupid. I'm gonna have to fight him again, because I want to go this way. Whoop. And I think there's actually a... Nope. I thought there was a bag of money there, but whatever. Yeah, I get to kill this idiot again. It went a little bit easier that time. I'm going to go over here, too, and I'm not going to fight him on the way back, though. Because I just want to get that slightly better shield. Oh, yeah, and I can... oh, the goggles. The goggles do nothing. They boost my intelligence a little bit, but when has that ever mattered when you're playing a video game? Yeah, Maria's pretty funny in Rondo, because she's like throwing doves and kittens and things at vampires. Oh, there's a really weird little room over here. This is kind of fun. We'll play with this for a second. So it's like an old-style confessional. This is the only room in the game that has this music. So we can sit here. Uh-oh. And the priest comes. That wasn't very nice. You jerk. There's actually 2 priests that can show up. Okay, here's the other guy.
Rest your weary soul here.
Oh, they brought back...
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost be with you.
They brought back the dialogue in the, oh, and he dropped the wine, too. In the PlayStation version of that, he just kind of sits there and does a little thing until you get up and leave. But yeah, he drops a little bottle of wine, like the sacramental wine, I would assume. Let me see what it was. Oh, grape juice. Sparkling juice. I guess this is a teetotaling church. Now, I don't know if it'll do it. So Alucard can actually sit on the... he can sit on the priest's side and just listen to these other people weep and moan. That's probably blasphemy, but I don't know. Judging by Alucard's jaunty pose, he doesn't care. And she'll just sit and talk to you forever. There's another woman that shows up and does the same thing as the bad priest. She'll just attack you. Yeesh. Yeah, I don't know really what purpose that room serves. As far as I know, it's just another one of those weird little things that you can run into in this game. Let me get back to punching skeletons. Whoa! Those boomerangs hurt. Ouch. Look out. And I can just throw axes at them, I suppose. That's what I got them for. Is this the tunnel over here? There's a little tunnel that I don't think we can get through at this point. Yeah, this idiot's blocking it, so we have to go in from the other side. I've never been able to figure out. I guess that's just a little, like, clay person. Oops. Can't jump that high yet. Remember when I first played this game, I found this part really tough. I don't know why. It's not. Just gotta punch some birds. I'm gonna try to fill in as much of the map as I can as I go. The map, well, this is like late game spoilers, but the map does... Oh, that's a lot of money. Now, this fight is kind of tricky with the fist. Again, why I'm kind of anxious to move on from the fist, but I do want to kill this lady because, hey, sometimes, take that bird. I want to get her back onto the screen, though. Sometimes, though, that woman will drop a really, really good sword that is very, very useful for the next chunk of the game, but I want to get her over here so she actually... I think she's glitched. I don't think she's going to come back. Damn it. Oh, maybe. come on. Oh, this is irritating. Ugh, this is gonna take friggin' forever. Come on. Come on. Get over here. Can you float up, maybe? If I kill her while she's off the screen, she will drop the sword off the screen. I mean, she's not gonna drop it anyways, but I'm trying to be optimistic. Come on, get over here. Well, that was stupid. Back up we go. Maybe she'll have reoriented herself by that point. Nope. Did she die? I think she died. Didn't drop the sword. Well, if she did, it's going to be gone by the time I get back up there. Yep. Oh, hey, it's a whole corridor full of spikes. That's death. This is going to be a little tricky. Alright, forget it. Forget it. I give up. You've bested me, game. Just going to go back to punching birds. Oh, nice. Took a little bit of a pummeling back there. Hey, and some armor. I think that's slightly better than what I've got on right now. Yeah, why not? I wish the music didn't cut out when you're in the menu. I'm going to assume that that's some kind of artifact from... Oops. Oh, he hits hard. I'm going to assume that's some kind of artifact from the CD days. We're beginning to see the limits of the fist here. Oops, I don't want that. Oops. Oh wow, I dropped a... It's worth a decent amount of money. Oh, this is a stupid thing. No, I don't want that. I actually want to try to get my hearts boosted back up a little bit. So there's a boss a few minutes from here. Oops. Whoa. You bird. He took an axe to a face. I'm gonna bet most real crows couldn't survive that. Yeah, so I'm trying to fill in the map as I go because the ending is actually determined by how much of the map you have filled in. And I would like all of you to see the good ending. Not that there's not really a hell of a lot of difference. Well, there he is. There he is. Just punching birds. Oops. The range of the fist makes this fight a little irritating, but the regular criticals are pretty sweet. There's some fun audio on that. Oh, it's Maria
You look
again.
like you're doing well for yourself.
And you didn't come here to flatter me.
True. Do you know the name Richter Belmont?
Oh, it's my favorite moment in the whole game.
Of course.
He disappeared
I love
about
that.
a year ago. I'm
I love
sure
how
he's
she's
here
got the
now.
more, like,
If you see him, please let
you
me
know,
know.
involved looking Richter sprite
you
and
wish, lady.
Alucard pictures, the old
A
8-bit
gentleman
Trevor.
after all. Thank you.
That might be my favorite moment in all of gaming. Let's just take a couple seconds to appreciate this absolutely gruesome painting going on here. I originally thought that was angels for some reason, but it's like, yeah, these bone guys murdering, it looks like people in like some kind of a Greek setting. I thought they were angels for some reason, but they don't have wings. And we're back. Yeah, like I said, this... Oops. Restock my hearts. Yeah, this fist makes very short work of most of the early game bosses. It's kind of game breaking, but I've played this game 100,000 times. I don't care. Yeah, so we probably won't do any Castlevania for our regular Team Brothership. Oh, I don't even think I introduced myself this episode. I'm really flying high on this one. Yeah, I'm Mike from Team Brothership. My brother is not here today. He's off doing other things with his family. But anyway, we probably won't do any Castlevania for the regular Team Brothership Halloween episodes because I'm doing this. I think there's other games that everybody else wants to play. And speaking of which, so, I mean, I suppose I could bring this up on the main episodes, but there it is. There's our buddy. But I had the realization, so we did our Zombies Ate My Neighbors episode, me and Paul, a couple days ago, and when I'm recording this, and I realized, so Team Brothership is, I'm gonna say a light, we'll say a light PG-13. There's not a lot of cursing in Team Brothership episodes, intentionally so. And I realized when I was playing Zombies Ate My Neighbors, like, how much of a struggle that was for me sometimes. I'll admit, I confess, during regular times, I have something of a, in my regular everyday life, I have something of a foul mouth. It's not usually too hard for me to rein it in. There it is, the leap stone. Whee! Ah, it's so good. Turkey for our troubles. Actually, another hidden item a little bit further up there. I don't think I have a way of getting it right now. Yeah, it's usually not that much of a struggle for me, but I don't know. Sometimes when I'm gaming, it's a bit of a stinker, and it really was. I don't think I'm going to be having that issue with with this show, as I've beaten this game 100,000 times, and it's not that difficult for me. But yeah, it was a bit of a struggle. Speaking of this game, I should talk about this game. So right now, we are in kind of the peak of the castle. If you're at all familiar with the layout of Dracula's castle from past games, here's the cursed sword that is terrible and you don't want to equip. I would assume there's something you can do with that too that I'm just forgetting about. Oh boy. So right now we want to go to... This is another teleporter. There's a couple things we can do. But... yeah, I'm going to go just back to the main hallway. This is where things open up a little bit more. You've got a few options now that you've got the double jump. There's still... We still need to get the most important thing to get right now is the bat form. But we have to get a few things before we can get over to that too. Might be able to get this thing in there now. So yeah, if you'll remember some of the older games, that peak of the castle is where Dracula usually is, but we don't have a way of getting up there right at the moment, so we can't. We gotta find a few more things. We need the bat form. Just gonna keep punching zombies until we get it. Alright, I think I can get this. Yes. Another health up. Those are useful. Cloth tunic. This game, most of the later DS ones introduced ways that you could sell off like extra equipment that you didn't need anymore. This game does not have that. Outside of some of the gems that the librarian will buy, there's not really much you can sell in this game. If you find 100,000 cloth tunics, you're just stuck lugging them around till the end of the game. Alright, we should be able to... Whoops, oh. don't want to get hit by that. Yeah. There we go. Okay. I thought we were ready to kill that guy easily, but I was mistaken. Took him a little bit lightly. Still have to upgrade our weapons. I'll probably, just thinking back, I'll probably, when it's time to like kind of fill in all the gaps with the map, I'll probably just do that off camera, just because I do want you all to see the good ending, because it's nice. We'll have earned it. You'll have sat with me for all this time. But I don't want to make you sit there and watch as I just like meander around and fill in little gaps in the map. That's going to be really boring. I mean, even now, we're going through this passage a third time. This might be boring. You'll have to tell me. Reach through space and time to communicate back to me when I'm recording this and let me know if it's boring or not. And I can just skip over it. I'm not hearing anything, so I'm going to just keep going. I think these dolls can curse you. I am almost never hit by them, so I don't know. I don't really want to find out, honestly. Back up to the main area, so we're going to remember I pointed out a little ways back the clock tower, or the clock room. That's where there's a lot of the game's secrets are in that clock room, and we are going to go obtain one of them right now. Oops, drop money. Those Fleamen and Medusa heads, I think, in Castlevania lore are... Oh, perfect. So that... There's like 2 passages back there, and they kind of open and close on a timer. So if it's... For the sake of the Let's Play, I'm glad that was open, so we didn't have to just sit there awkwardly waiting. Olrox's quarters. If any of you have seen the movie Nosferatu, the old black and white movie with... silent movie, in fact, with Max Schreck. Olrox is the name of the... okay, we're gonna do a couple. This guy's a little tough. I think some good stuff over here. Actually, this might be the first weapon that's better than my jewel knuckles. But anyway, yeah, Olrox is the... Let's see... Nope. Oh well. Olrox is the vampire from Nosferatu, which is actually... Nosferatu is just a retelling of the story of Dracula. And that's another one of these friggin' things. Uh-oh. Gotcha. Yeah, we even got most of our hearts back. But yeah, the story, that's where I want to go, but not right yet. I want to go open the other teleporter. There's a teleporter right over here. Past a couple of slightly difficult enemies, but I should have enough oomph to take them down. And I want to be able to teleport back into this area later. Whoa, that was a little closer than usual. That guy's not too bad. It's the next one who's a little rough. Ooh, hey. There we go. I want to open this teleporter because because I want to be able to teleport back here later and not have to drag my butt through the clock room again. We don't quite have the equipment that we need to clear out Orlox's quarters completely yet, but we'll have it soon. So the story behind Nosferatu is the filmmakers had bought the rights, or were attempting to buy the rights to Bram Stoker's original Dracula novel, but nice. That guy sometimes drops a pretty good sword. But for somewhere along the line, they were not able to obtain the rights. And so they just made a movie that was Dracula, and they just called it Nosferatu instead. Which, as a creative person, it seems like kind of a crummy thing to do to Bram Stoker. But then again, by all accounts, Bram Stoker was kind of a scumbag, so whatever. Oh, you know what? We didn't... No, it's okay. I'll be back there eventually. So now we're in the Colosseum, the Great Colosseum. There's some pretty cool stuff you can do in here. It's not a very big area, but there's some good stuff, including that, which is what we want, the relic that we want. But I'm going to go down below first. There's a lot of weird, kind of difficult enemies in here, and there's some really good items. There's also a ton of save points for some reason. But we'll clear this whole place out a little bit at a time. Oops, that was dumb. Nope, with the X. Now this room's full of all the sub-weapons, whoops. Which is a little annoying if you don't want to lose a particular sub-weapon. There's a really good item that will probably end up... Ooh. Whoops. Yeah, this guy's a little beefy right now. I don't know if that one drops it, but there's some of those that you can run into later in the game that drop one of the best pieces of equipment. She didn't drop that weapon. Alright, I'm going to go up top and clear out that area first. Actually, no, I'm not. I stand corrected. I'm going over here. Another cloak. I think that's probably not as good as the one that... yeah. The one that I have now. Uh-oh. Whoa. Whoa, I actually landed on his head. That was weird. Alright, get out of here, both of you. Interesting. Yeah, another little thing that I discovered. So this is something for me that I've been playing this game for a million years. I've never realized you can stand on that guy's head, not take any damage. A lot of the enemies in here drop really good equipment sometimes. I've never gotten... give me a better weapon. Uh-oh. This bodes ill. At least they're not dealing much damage. Come on. Yeah. I think we're about done with the jewel knuckles, if possible. Got one of them. Oh, why couldn't... Alright, this room is kind of a hassle. You don't want to get hit with their spears. Like that. Ah. Get out of here, you. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you take a little bit of a beating in this place, but that's okay. There's lots of save points, so we're still fine. Ugh. And this guy's gonna be fun with the fist. Oops, I don't walk into this barrier. Now we see he's lost a bit of his oomph since the early stages of the game. Alright, there's another room in here that's a real crapshoot, but that has a weapon in it that I'm pretty sure we're gonna want before we fight the boss. Because I'm sick of this stupid fist. Alright, here we go. Ah, yeah. It's best to just kind of plow through. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Otherwise, you just... Ah, there we go. Thank God. Alright, something that's... It's quite a bit slower than... Whoops. It's quite a bit slower than the fist, but I don't care. The reach is so much better. Oh, I can actually hit people without getting walloped. It's beautiful. I'm gonna save, too. Again, if you've watched my Final Fantasy Let's Plays, you know I'm a compulsive saver. Especially after I do something like that. Yeah, this place really is not very big. There's just one thing we have to do here, and there's a little bit of story content that will tie a few things together. Oh, you know... Yeah, he's throwing owls at me. Oh. Uh-oh. That was a little bit much. Yeah, see, the fist would be kind of handy here. But I can't complain about that reach. Hey, who's this? Dead now. Gravekeeper. Alright. Nope, not dealing with you. Alright. I think we probably want to deal with the boss now. Actually, one thing we want to do first. Open that little passage. And that leads back into the chapel. And remember, that's where I got my shield. So now we can cut through that way. And we're going to just go over here. We're going to deal with the boss. Well.
Who are you? Servants, come forth from the gates of hell!
Your blood. The scent of your blood.
You're a Belmont! Attack! Rid my castle of this pest!
Alright, here we go. Oops. That didn't do much damage at all. Oh, he didn't do his big explosion thing. Oops, that was it. Yeah, the fist at this point is pretty irritating. There we go. You want to get them both on the same side. Yeah, a little sloppy, but got the job done.
So he says he's the lord of this castle.
Yeah, Werewolf and the Minotaur are Rondo bosses. We've earned our relic. And now it's time to, well, we'll finish that last little chunk. There's a little bit of space to clear up upstairs, and then we'll get out of here. Hey, come on. Bring the elevator up, dummy. Thank you. The elevator always takes forever for some reason. Mist form. Nope, that's a dog. I don't know how you turn into mist in this one. It's usually... Oh, weird. I guess it's both shoulder buttons? That... I don't know why they changed that. In the old version, you had basically a shoulder button for all of the transformations, so... I don't know why they would change that. There's a secret here, but I can't get it yet because it's too high. I'm not going to use my axes to break it down. And that just loops around to the other side of the boss. Whoa. Yeah, it's right, well, I can show you. Yeah, it's right there. But there's no point in breaking it, because if you don't go through it, it just closes itself up eventually. Anyways, I should have, well, we're going to loop back to the clock tower a bunch of times anyway, so I should have, there's a thing you can do in the clock tower that can get you a few extra items, and I should have done that. But we'll do it on the way back. Right now, we are off to the library again. Ah, so much easier. I do miss the speed of the fist occasionally, but it's definitely a net gain. Oops. Well, not really getting stabbed in the face. You gotta get closer to me, buddy. He's not gonna do it. Too bad. Yeah, I don't know why they changed that to be 2 buttons, because in the PlayStation, well, in every version I've played, it's 1 shoulder button per transformation, so that seems a little bit, or maybe, because I guess the PSP only has the 2 shoulder buttons. Maybe that's what the PSP version was. Maybe this is a port of the PSP version, essentially. Whatever. Okie dokie. Alright. We're going to go back into the library. And we're going to get our bat form. Kind of the most important piece. Maybe I'll stop by the librarian. I guess I'll have to get pretty close to him. And stop by the librarian and see if he's got anything useful for us at this point. Not right now, though. We'll get the bat first. These things are irritating as always. So that little thing I keep throwing out, that's accidental, but it's one of the Yeah. It's one of the, like, fighting game style move things that you can do with some of the weapons. It's a pro tip for those of you who are curious. It's forward, back, forward. And some of the other weapons have like a Hadouken style move, or the forward back forward is pretty standard for a lot of them to do their special things. Actually, I totally forgot the shield rod that I just picked up has a really interesting spell. I think it's yeah. So depending on what shield you're using, if you press both attack buttons at the same time, you'll summon in something. You'll like cast a spell, and there's some shields that have a very, very impressive ability that you can use. A lot of them, it's just like little stat boosts and stuff. Where'd that guy go? So getting hit by those guys is not so bad, but getting hit by their axe is a problem, so you want to pop that armor off them quickly. I think they were in Rondo as well, but I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been a little while since I've played Rondo. And I've also played Rondo like way less than I've played this game. That's a pretty good helmet, usually. There's a secret passage here. Alright, let's see if we can equip some of that stuff. So the Holy Rod is weaker than the Shield Rod. However, it's actually quite a bit stronger against the upcoming boss. The Stone Mask, however, though, gives us a nice intelligence boost. So we'll put that on. I may or may not equip the Holy Rod for this boss, because I actually don't... This guy's probably the weakest boss in the game, not counting the snake thing that I killed earlier, which is kind of a mini-boss. So he'll die pretty quickly, but he actually... Is this him? I think this is him right here. Yeah. You don't want to get punched by him, but just walking it... Oops. And you definitely don't want to get hit by that. This guy actually... Well, maybe he'll just walk around like an idiot. Okay. Nope. He actually... There we go. He actually summons in enemies. Oh, yeah. Whoa. And that Mudman that... Oh, that was well-timed. Yeah, like I said, this guy's kind of a joke. So he summons in enemies. He'll sometimes summon in skeletons or ectoplasms or that Mudman that he summoned in. This is the... Well, obviously the skeleton and the ectoplasm you can fight in different places. But that is the only place in the whole game where the Mudman shows up. A few fun items. Whoop. So if you want to complete... Yay, now we can turn into a bat. It's like a real vampire. So if you want to complete your bestiary, that's the only place you can do it, is by killing that Mudman, because they don't show up anyplace else. I realize I kind of skipped over, I didn't really talk much about the mist form. So the mist form that I unlocked, that I found, it's one of the 3 transformations. We already got the wolf, now we have the bat, so the mist is kind of the middle one. Compared to the others... Whoop, this is bad. Compared to the... That flea man dropped a samurai sword. They dropped samurai swords and cheese. Which is interesting because, as I learned the other day, cheese didn't really exist in feudal Japan, as I understand it. Feel free to leave a comment if I am mistaken. But the mist is kind of the awkward middle child of the transformations in that it doesn't really do a hell of a lot. It's really just for clearing those gates. However, at least from the get-go, however, you can beef it up quite a bit with some follow-up relics. All right, let's see.
How about this?
Gonna sell my gems.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's quite a bit of money.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna
How
buy.
about this?
Let's try to get some better equipment. Well, sword. The weapons are garbage. How about the armor? That's interesting. Why is that lowering my defense? I think this actually is a better shield than what I'm packing right now, and it's just displaying incorrectly for some reason. The diamond plate is quite a bit better. I think that's really like the best armor you can get at this point of the a few other junky things, the various magical scrolls that we're never gonna really use. Yeah, let's buy that diamond armor.
Thank you.
That's probably good enough for now. I could buy that other shield, but it's saying it's not as good. I think it is, but it's just misdisplaying for whatever reason. Nice, that'll give us a very beefy defense bonus. Not gonna waste my money on any of that other junk. So you can get some other like support relics that will make the mist form quite a bit stronger. Because you'll notice too when we transform into mist, it's really just like a split-second transformation, and it uses a lot of magic. There we go. And there's our bat. You can fly around like that. At this point, it's kind of using a lot of magic, so we want to use it a little bit more sparingly. But, yeah, what do we have here? The fairy card. So this is one of the few relics that you actually have to turn on. We're going to do that. Summons fairy familiar.
You've blessed me with life. I'm your servant.
Thanks. So the familiars are these little sidekicks that you can get. She's just the first of several of them that we're going to acquire. In the Japanese version, if you stood still long enough, she would actually go and sit on your shoulder and, like, sing a little song, I think. Well, actually, I'm sorry. She'll sit on your shoulder, but there's a different fairy that will sing a little song. I'm just going to stand still for a second longer. Oh, yeah, look at that. And she just kind of chills out there. So there's a bunch of these familiars that we're going to get over the course of the game. She's just the first. No! Makes a little sound when you move. So we'll be getting a few more of those. So she will actually, if I get hit with a status effect, she will use the appropriate recovery items so that I don't have to. And that's about all she does. So, most of the others are more combat focused. I don't remember whether this, there were two that were kind of, that were excised from the original PlayStation release. They were extant in the Saturn one, and I don't remember if they brought them into the PlayStation port. One of them, they got rid of them because they were basically redundant. One of them was another fairy that just sang a little song. I was misremembering. And the other one was a little demon guy that would fight for you. But there's already one of those, and this one was just modeled after a Japanese voice acting celebrity, was my memory. So not a huge loss. I mean, I'm guessing they excised the voice acting one, the celebrity one, because they probably had to pay some kind of licensing fee. And not really missing much. And I'm guessing they excised the other fairy because they didn't want to have to translate the song into English. Which, oh man, I'm realizing... I had the realization the other day that I bet this version doesn't have the ending theme in it, the I Am the Wind song. Because I think that's actually technically licensed music, which, along with the voice acting, the ending theme song of this, which sounds like it's straight out of a ending of a mid-90s popular film. It's like smooth jazz and everything. It has a bit of a reputation. Clock Tower. This place has some really awesome music. And there's a lot of little secrets. So this is kind of, if you play the game straight through kind of the normal way, fire of bat, so now my bat can spit little fireballs, which are not super useful at this point because they take up a lot of magic and they're hard to aim. Oh, that usually breaks. Whoa, there it goes. It only breaks the first time you go through. Whoa. And it's broken forever. Get some items. These are probably... Oh, you know what? It's good that I didn't buy that shield because I forgot this is a better shield. Yeah, the shaman shield. And I think my diamond armor is better. That's the armor that those ice maidens drop from earlier. Blah. That's a big skull. But it's an easy target. Not a very threatening enemy. Unfortunately, for their sake, I suppose. The Skull Lords are a little bit of a letdown. So yeah, if you play through the game normally, this area is kind of the heading into the final battle. But we're not doing that because we still have a bunch of areas to clear out. I don't know what those things do. I thought they damaged enemies that like bumped into them, but clearly they didn't with the Skull Lord, so they must just we're gonna have to spit fireballs at this guy. Yeah, clearly they're not damaging him, so maybe they just like block projectiles or something? I don't know. Who cares? We don't need to worry about that. I think there's another secret up here. No, just another door anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna come back and fill in all this stuff later, but I'm not gonna make you watch me do that because that'll be boring. Oops. This place can get kind of irritating because there's a lot of spikes and there's those Medusa heads which turn you to stone. The fairy will help with that since she'll unstone you, but those items are in limited supply, so... there's also these gears that we want to... Uh-oh, no. There we go. Alright, you might have heard a slightly different click sound when I did that. There we go. So we're trying to get these all into the appropriate position. They open up a secret passage right there, but we gotta go get the other ones first. And just keep hitting them until they make that sound. Oop. That's an easy one. So getting petrified is pretty annoying in that it immobilizes you, but the worst part of it is that if you get hit while you're petrified, and this is all junk that's not worth... the helmet might be. So we lose a bit of intelligence, but we get a defense boost, which I'm satisfied with that. Star Flail. No, we'll stick with the shield rod for right now. What's the spell with the shaman shield? No. That's super useful. Oops. If you get hit while you're petrified, you take a lot of damage, which is obviously bad. So only the yellow Medusa heads petrify you. The green ones just do damage. Whoops.
Something about this wall.
Yeah, thanks, lady. And I think the yellow ones, I mentioned it earlier, I know, the yellow ones drop the Medusa shield. I think it's just them, I don't think the green ones do. But the Medusa shield is a pretty good shield. I have gotten it before, but it's super rare. It's like one of the rarest drops in the game. The only time I remember getting it is when I deliberately sat down and like farmed it for a while. And it took quite a while. And we'll be seeing plenty of these guys later. So, yeah, I don't think I've ever like just encountered it naturally over the course of the game, unfortunately. I don't know if it's a little hard to see, but I think like my weapon actually just clashed with his weapon. Interesting. So, yeah, Clock Tower is a standard Castlevania location. It's usually one that you run into towards the end of the game, as would be the case here if we were playing this normally. A bunch of hidden stuff in this room, and it's all kind of annoying to get. So this guy might look like the other guy, but when you kill him, these ones anyways, a ghost comes out. These guys drop a pretty good weapon too. But I'm probably not going to get one of those. A little too tall. I'm going to do the bat. There's a bunch of, like I said, there's a bunch of hidden items in the walls here. Oh, I thought there was one there. Is it this side? It's not. I want to be careful that I don't accidentally break the wrong side of the wall so it disappears before I get over to it. I guess I'm misremembering. Oh, what are you gonna say, fairy lady?
Isn't this a little suspicious?
You know, it is. I forgot, the fairy does point out the secret passages too. Healing mail is not nearly as good as what I'm using right now. So these are kind of cool looking, but kind of holdover from old Castlevania. Oops. Some dynamite, don't want to lose that. Yeah, a bit of a holdover from old Castlevania. I mean, by this point in the game, you've got all sorts of teleporting and high jumping and bat things, so kind of not... Oh, here he is. I know I said the demon was the crummiest boss in the game, which he is, but this guy's probably the easiest boss in the game. He's taken more of a beating than I remember him. Yeah. Not much of a threat. And now we're out. Oh, and we're back, if you check the map, we're back in the keep. I've already forgotten what it's called. Some dramatic lighting. Save point. And I think that's where we're gonna call it for today. Cleared out a bit more. We'll probably be able to finish clearing out the castle next time. Got a little bit more to do in some of the lower levels, and we still have to get back and pay Orlox a visit. But we are just about ready to enter the end game period. See, here we are. We're right on the steps from where Richter starts, the end of Rondo. I can't remember if there's this. Yeah, there is passageway up there, but now they're all collapsed and ruined. So yeah, we'll call it a night here. You got to see me take down a few bosses and do a little bit more exploring. And next time we will probably... Oh, there's another familiar card, the Ghost. We'll show him off next time. So yeah. Alright, well, thank you all for joining me, as always. I've been Mike of Team Brothership. And yeah, you all have a great week. I'll see you later.